Andrea Pirlo, Italian World Cup winner who needs no introduction, has taken over the reins of Juve's under-23s. A new adventure begins for an Italian icon in management. He's launching his coaching career with a storyline waiting to be written. He's ready to mentor the youth of the Bianconeri and show them what it takes to make it as a professional, and in Italy, it's an intriguing situation developing in Turin. With the side fresh off defeat in the Serie C promotion playoff quarterfinals, this team is showing great promise in the third tier of Italy. In today's challenge, we're attempting to take Juve's second squad to Serie A promotion with Pirlo at the helm, committed to thrive with the best young talent around. Just like every other video, there's special twists that's going on to turn the save on its head. It's Serie B football, here we come. The funny thing is, if the under-23s actually got promoted to Serie B, they'd feature in FIFA 21, and let's be honest here, I think everyone would have been gassed to see Piemonte Calcio Juniors in the game, or is it just me? We're swapping out current champions of Italy for Serie B champions Benevento, record breakers in the second tier, and they're going to earn promotion back to the top flight. Nevertheless, with a fully licensed Serie B, Juventus have to adjust to life in the second tier, but the pain doesn't stop there. We're releasing every player that isn't under the age of 23 and calling back all the loanees that were part of the Juve youth system in recent times. It's going to be a long and steady process, boys, but here goes nothing. We're calling back all of these players from their loan stints. Some of them are Italian, some of them aren't, some of them are actually over 23, like Del Fabbro. Matheus Pereira on loan at Barcelona for some reason. Don't know how that's happening. Luca Pellegrini will definitely be a starter for us. And Mavididi, the English left mid-stash striker. Kulusevski's coming back. Christian Romero and Marco Piazza. Here's your new look Juve, aka the under-23s under Pirlo's guidance. We've been gifted with a steady foundation to build upon. Obviously, we don't really have the facilities to be releasing too many more players. The minimum squad limit is 18. We're going to try bring a few talents in. We're going to sell a few as well that are over the age of 24, like Del Fabbro. Buffon's retiring this season, so just ignore him, and we're going to try sell a few players. It's going to be a hustle, but that is your new look starting 11. This team, think of it, without Buffon, they could probably do a job in Serie B and qualify for the playoffs comfortably. It's just an issue about the depth and the other administrational workarounds we have to do for this challenge, but that's the name of the game. One of the most exciting talents out of this team, Dejan Kulusevski, obviously only recently transferred to Juve in this time, but Nicolosi Caviglia has really been making a name for himself in Serie B. Keen to see this partnership of Romero and Demiral Pellegrini also returning at that left back spot. Exciting times for Pirlo, and he's actually coaching one of his World Cup winning compatriots back in 2006. Right before we get into the transfers, obviously we're not going to be going out spending hundreds of millions on players. We're going to keep it respective to what an actual average Serie B team would spend in a transfer window, but also keeping in mind it's the Juve, so they can borrow a few funds from the first team, if you know what I mean. I'm sure Pirlo has the pulling power of a few more mil in the transfer budget if he really wanted to. There's going to be a lot of academy poaching in this video, and that's exactly what I've planned to do here with our first signing, Nicolo Armini, future captain of Lazio, future captain of Italy, and at 18 years of age, he's showing great potential. Amazing wonder kid from the get-go. We managed to snag him for £2.55 million as he arrives from the capital. He will be a brand new improvement to our backline. We're rating the capital right now. It's not worthy enough news for it to be in the news tab, but here we have it in the transfer history. 770k spent on Alessio Riccardi, another 18-year-old, another academy talent from Roma, who unfortunately won't be in FIFA 21. So take a good last look at them, because Juventus and Roma will be unlicensed in next year's game. I mean, Serie A's just been done dirty in FIFA, and we never get the respect we deserve, do we? So we've got another year of unlicensed pain ahead of us. I can fairly say that it's not Felix Correa's first day at the rodeo. Juventus actually signed this guy in real life. I believe in January, we managed to pick him up for £1.5 million from the Dutch outfit. A Portuguese right winger, and he's probably the heir to the throne for Ronaldo. He's showing great potential. We're on a hat-trick of 18-year-old players in a row, so hopefully he fulfills his potential in the Juve under-23s. Despite youth academies mainly having homegrown talent within them, they also do love to have a few foreign players in the mix, and we've taken a little dip in Belgium here. We've scouted, and we've decided to cherry-pick a few wonder kids right here. Asta Ranks, one of my favorite names in all of FIFA career mode this year. 630k, an absolute bargain, and I feel like could relish here in the Serie B. A 16-year-old this time around, so we're getting younger and younger every single transfer. Another 18-year-old, Charles De Ketelare, who I've been wanting to sign in a career mode save for so long now. A bit more expensive for him, £6.7 million, a bit more developed, a bit more pristine, slightly more mature than Ranks, and definitely is going to be an exciting prospect for the Bianconeri. A cheeky, dynamic Belgium duo has joined in the fray, and I'm excited to see what they can pull off here in Italy. We're back back in Italy with this one, and the academy poaching continues. We're just stealing some top players off the big boys, and it's one for the future, not only for Inter, but the Italian national team as a whole. £1.5 million spent on the 17-year-old Sebastiano Esposito. Breaking into the Inter first team this season has been on the radar of so many top European clubs. Has the potential to be the next big thing in Italian football, and as one of the best teams, we're going to have one of the best youth academies in the country. Esposito definitely qualifies for that, and he's trading out the blue and black for the white and black. Another academy bargain, another poaching. This time it is coming from fellow Serie B outfit Pisa. They have a versatile Samuele Birindelli. He can play a right back, centre back, and right mid. You gotta love that about your players in career mode. Taking over Desciglio at that right back spot, and is well and truly up for the case. £1.7 million spent on the right back. He makes the step up, and he's going to have to take a move away from his boyhood club. Finally nailing down a fresh new pair of hands in between the sticks. Even though he's not our first choice goalkeeper, we have opted for the 16-year-old Gabriele Placero, making the move from fellow Serie B side Cittadella. And yes, our main targets I was trying to go for this year we're unable to attain, so unfortunately we're just going to have to stick it out with the 390k man. We've spent a total of just over £15 million with £22 million of profit. We did end up selling a bit of the deadwood we needed to get rid of that were over the age of 23, like Marco Piazza. He is off to Fenerbahce. Besiktas picks up Desciglio for 11.5, and our third choice Romanian goalkeeper is now moving. I think they're all moving to Turkey, yeah. It's probably above average in what an actual Serie B club would spend in a transfer window, but you're thinking about Juve here. Their second team, surely they could bargain for a few more players with that money at their disposal. This is how the starting lineup is looking, considering we're bringing in a few wingers. I decided to change up the formation with the 4-2-3-1, allowing for that right wing and left wing spot, allowing for players like Correa off the bench to get involved. I'm going to go ahead and aim for promotion playoffs. Hopefully that's the move. If we don't get promoted, it's not the biggest deal in the world. We can always go again next season with bigger and better players, but for the time being, season 1, how are we doing? Here is how Pirlo's under-23 Juve squad did in Serie B, and they managed to make it 6th place, which is a playoff spot. They're going to be fighting their way to Serie A promotion after Empoli and my boys Frosinone secured automatic promotion. We're fighting up against the likes of Pescara, Crotone, Chievo Verona, Spezia, and Salernitana to get that last spot, but I'm thankful that they didn't end up at the bottom half of the table, which I thought they would. We probably got to admit a lot of our success to Gianluigi Buffon, who retires this season, and we couldn't release him, so I guess that's where most of our luck came from. And it looks like we got knocked out in the playoff quarterfinals 3-0 to La Spezia. It was 8th place Salernitana. The Seahorses managed to get promotion after finishing 8th. I hope Frosinone can do that in real life, because that's where we are right now. If FIFA's anything to go by, anything's possible. Here are the main performers in Pirlo's squad right now. We've got the Englishman Steffi Madividi. I've never heard of this guy before. Unfortunately, 21 goals and 3 assists. He was our top goal scorer. Also managed 24 goal contributions. It was double figures in both departments for our Belgian playmaker De Ketelaere with 11 goals and 10 assists. We got Mateus Pereira, 11 goals and 3. Sebastiano Esposito with 6 goals. And it's Rodrigo Benska from the middle, the metronome in midfield, the captain as well, with 4 goals and 11 assists in Serie B. You kind of expect a bit more from these more upper tier players. We've got Dejan Kulusevski with 4 goals and 2 assists. Luca Clemenza off the bench with 3 goals. And it's Luca Pellegrini at left back with 2 goals and 1 assist. Felix Correa off the bench with 2 goals from 7 appearances, which is impressive. Leggero with 24 games and 4 clean sheets alongside Buffon's last season, 42. He's headed off to the nursing home after a long stretching career. He ends up with 19 appearances and 8 clean sheets. The hunt for Serie A promotion and the key to the top flight still awaits us in Season 2. Automatic promotion I'm aiming for. I'm aiming big. I'm aiming high. If we improve in key areas and Pirlo gets another year of coaching under his belt, we could be looking like a serious threat. For Juve's under-23s to reach the top flight, it would be a standstill moment in Italian football history. We are not wasting any time right here. In season number 2's transfer window, we are going in with a statement of intent, bringing back a former youth academy Juve player. It is going to be Moise Kean arriving from Everton, £18.6 million we needed to take out of our pocket in order to lure the Italian back to his homeland. 20-year-old arrives from Everton, and it's a major upgrade at striker. 100% going to guarantee us 20 plus goals this season in Italy. his second tier. He should feel right at home. He should be back in the min week after week, and it's going to be a star-studded striker signing to kick us off. We're not going to stop there, people. £17.1 million spent on Alessandro Bastoni from Inter Milan. Yes, another youth academy poaching we've done. We stole Esposito. Now we're going to steal yet another one of their golden boys in Alessandro Bastoni. He's actually from Atalanta originally, so I don't really think he came from their youth academy. Nonetheless, the first team member, starter in our backline, and is surely going to seal up our defense come our second stint. I was talking about settling on a number 1 in Season 1. Couldn't be done, and now we have to wait for Alessandro Plizzari to get back from his loan spell at Livorno for us to make it a permanent deal. He arrives from AC Milan. He's the second coming of Donnarumma, basically. We've poached literally all the top talents from the big Italian clubs. Milan was the last club where we didn't steal any talent from them, so the deed needed to be done, basically. He's going to be starting off in goal for us this season, the heir to Buffon's throne, and that means Plaquero is going to be our number 2. I was having a chat with Pirlo, and he said we need a bit more South American flair in the midfield for Bentancur to partner alongside, so that means we've only gone and secured the signing of Gustavo Asciuncao. I've got no idea how to pronounce his name. He's one kid that I've been meaning to sign for so long in Carimo. It got added this year in 2020. Arriving from Portugal, I believe they're FC Famalicão. £14 million, a Brazilian CDM. I think he's the second coming of Casemiro. 90 stamina, which is always a godsend in career mode, and he's an exciting prospect to partner alongside Bentancur. There's not much more you could ask from him. Gustavo, welcome to Juve's under-23s. Inter have once more felt the punishing blows of Juve's under-23s snatching up some of their best talent, but no, it's not Sebastiano Esposito, it's his brother, Salvatore Esposito. It's a family affair happening here at Juve's under-23. He actually arrives from Spal for £1.6 million. He was on loan at Chievo Verona last season. He's shown great potential as well, so he'll be a lovely backup and just squad depth player to have in the team. The two brothers uniting on the bench. Pirlo is just bringing everyone together, and you love to see it. An absolute weapon joins us in midfield once more. More reinforcements in the middle of the park. We need that when we're playing multiple games a season. Serie B, it just throws everything at you. So Davide Fratesi, I thought, would be the perfect candidate to join us. He's played for the Italian national team in the youth levels. He was on loan at Empoli last season, and he arrives from Sassuolo for £6 million. I've seen him play. He's an absolute weapon in the middle of the park. This stripped back Juve squad has had 2 summer transfer windows worth of investment. I think now's the perfect time to get promoted to the Serie A. We've got the quality, we've got the depth now. Here's how Pirlo has assembled his squad. Here's how they're lining up in Season 2. Some significant improvements in there, so Serie A promotion should be on lock. Let's see how the rest of this season simulates here in our second campaign. Here's the end of our second Serie B campaign, and yes, we've taken out the title with automatic promotion wrapped up. We were bang on favourites, and Pirlo's men have delivered right now with 105 points, only losing out once the entire season. Coscienza come up with us, and it's Benevento, Lecce, Venezia, Cittadella and Co to fight it out for that one last promotion spot. In the Coppa Italia, we made it all the way to the round of 16, losing out 2-1 to Atalanta, and here were the main protagonists that led us to easy, mind-blowing, record-breaking promotion. It was Moise Kean, the inquiry from Everton, managed to bag in 27 goals. I said 20 plus, and he absolutely surpassed expectations with 1 assist to add to the collection. Dejan Kulusevski with a much more improved Season 2 in comparison to his first time round. He managed 21 goals and 9 assists, 30 goal contributions. Davide Fratesi, I bought him as only a backup, but he's managed to break through to the starting 11 and become an absolute powerhouse in the midfield. A surprising but satisfying season with 18 goals and 10 assists, double figures in both departments. The only 2 players that were able to do that was him and Charles De Ketelare. Still can't pronounce his name for love nor money, but 14 goals and 14 assists. Perfectly balanced like all things should be with 28 goal contributions. It's Gustavo Asciuncao with 5 goals and 6. Top goal scorer from last season, Mavididi, only managed 4 goals and 4 assists. I mean, we did bring in Keane, we did bring in more attack and firepower. Didn't expect him to back up his performances. Meanwhile, Rodrigo Bentancur, the captain, with 3 goals and 10 assists. Luca Pellegrini with 2 goals and 1 assist from left back. And our boy Plizzari in between the sticks with 2 assists and 20 clean sheets to wrap up what has been a magnificent season. We're seeing Pirlo get the best out of the best of these youngsters, and it's proven here with the growth. Plus 3s all around. It's a consistent figure for most of the talents to be picking up major improvements in overall attributes, and it's just the work they're putting in on the training ground and of course, being surrounded by such great talent, we've still kept the likes of Bentancur because he was under 23, and they've managed to be productive and consistent with their growth and performances. Pizzardi manages to grab the goalkeeper of the tournament award for Serie B, as Di Catalare, I'm going to say he's out Kevin De Bruyne. He's the next Kevin De Bruyne. The creative playmaker picks up the April Player of the Month award. From winning the World Cup to taking Juve to back-to-back-to-back Scudetto wins, Andrea Pirlo has now gotten the under-23s to Serie A promotion. I don't even think that is possible. We're breaking rules. The first team and the academy team can't be playing in the same division. That's just goes against all laws. It's a glitch in the matrix, but we've made it possible. We've made it happen as Pirlo's under-23s make their debut in the top flight, but it's also a return for the Bianconeri in Serie A. There was no chance in hell that I could go through this video without making this transfer possible. We have acquired, on our return to Serie A, he's dubbed the next Andrea Pirlo. However, in my opinion, he is going to be the first Sandro Tonali for £32.3 million. We have swooped in for the future of Italian football. He arrives from Wolfsburg. We could have picked him up in the first season, but it just would have been too predictable, too easy in Serie B. The man who's probably on the move this summer, most likely to enter in the transfer window. I guess we'll see where his future lies. But right now in this video, he's joining Andrea Pirlo, his boss, his manager, his spirit animal, alongside this hungry under-23s unit. We've recruited one of our first foreign talents in a while, actually. It's going to be Eberechi Eze from QPR over in the Championship for £17 million. He's been tearing it up in the second division, and Andrea Pirlo likes what he sees. He has that special something about his game, and he can really provide a creative spark for us off the bench or starting. The English prospect is one of the most exhilarating talents coming out of England right now. Underappreciated, underrated baller, and Pirlo is going to take full advantage. We've managed to double swoop for former to Hellas Verona man. It is going to be Big Eddie Salcedo for £4.15 million. Now, if you watch me live on Twitch every week, you'd know that in my Parma Football Manager save, Big Eddie Salcedo is an absolute lifesaver. I've signed him up for Parma, and he's doing bits. He's scoring goals week in, week out, and I guess a few of you will get that. If not, make sure to follow me on Twitch. The link is down in the description. A nice backup striker option there, and someone that has been on my mind, on my radar for so long now. One of the most improved defenders this season in real life, Marash Kambulla. The Albanian defensive rock is going to be either off to Lazio or Inter in the transfer window in real life. And nonetheless, he's joining Juve's under-23s to see out this Serie A campaign. It's the Juve's youth squad back in the big time, spending big bucks, £71.85 million in this summer transfer window. That is going to wrap up our business. Quality and quantity. We now have the players, the roster to compete in the first division, and that's how our starting 11 is going to be looking headed into the start of the season. There's no way we're in a relegation dogfight. We definitely should be pushing higher up the table and maybe sneak into one of those European places. You never know. Andrea Pirlo's first stint as a coach in the Serie A. Let's see how it goes. Upon their return to the top flight, Pirlo has guided the Bianconeri to a 12th place finish. I was expecting a little bit higher, especially in the top half. However, they finished with 44 points. Getting relegated is Parma, Benevento, and Coscienza. And up at the top of the table, it is both Milan clubs back to dominating Italian football with 105 points. Inter take out the Scudetto, Juve's bitter rivals. They didn't see past the light of day in the round of 16 of the Coppa Italia as they got knocked out to Lazio 1-0. Here were the main performers of our Serie A campaign, and it's Dejan Kulusevski 3 years in a row showing his class as the Swede managed to bag 13 goals, our top goal scorer, with 2 assists, 15 goal contributions. Moiskin with a bit of more quiet season in comparison to his Serie B goal scoring form. Only 8 goals for him. Mavididi, I'm still struggling with his name. Mavididi out of nowhere really. 7 goals and 1 assist to his names. Matheus Pereira with 5 goals and 3. Georgios Constant. See, so many of these players just out of nowhere. The OGs that we still had from season 1. Charles managed 3 goals and 3 assists. Birindelli from right back with 3 goals and 1. Our new boy Eberechi Eze with 2 goals and 1, and Rodrigo Bentancur disappointing with 2 goals and 4 assists, just like his midfield compatriot Tonali. Fratesi and Sunyao with definitely lesser involvements in comparison to the previous season. No doubt, there's definitely the young Italians benefiting the most of Andrea Pirlo's guidance, with the most growth in the team, +2s, +3s, +4s even to their overall. We've managed to build a humble squad with predominant Italian talent, mixed in, sprinkled in with a few foreign stars in the Juve under-23 academy. academy. Let's go again in Season 4 to see if we can push for even higher rankings. With one game remaining of the Serie A campaign, Juve's under 23s are sitting just outside the top 6 conversation with 66 points. No way of finishing higher or lower, so I guess 7th place finish is the lucky number. They did their part, and it's still undefeated Inter on top. No Scudetto shouts as of yet. Nonetheless, in the Coppa Italia final, Pirlo's men have made a miracle run all the way to Rome. With a match made in heaven, it's the Derby d'Italia. Inter are taking on Juve, and what a run it was there. They beat out Milan 4-2 in aggregate. They took it home against Napoli 5-4 on penalties, and in the round of 16, they defeated Torino 2-1. Here is the starting 11 chosen by Andrea to lead the lads out tonight and really take it home in the capital. Unfortunately, Bensker suspended for this one. Plizzari still hasn't reached the 80 yet. So is that the difference between us taking the crown home or walking away empty-handed? A derby, a high-intensity match, a lot is on the line, a lot's at stake here. Can Andrea win his first piece of domestic silverware here at the Stadio Olimpico? And it's a 2-1 victory. Eberici Eze, the Englishman, has become an Italian hero for the Bianconeri. Moise Kean off injured, but it's Eze with a brace to destroy the hopes and dreams of Inter, the Scudetto champions. Now, Juve's under 23s have become Coppa Italia champions. It's a beautiful sight to behold. You love to see it. Bentica, you didn't play a minute, so I don't know what you're bragging about. Nonetheless, Andrea Pirlo has taken down not only the Serie B title, but a Coppa Italia with Juventus's academy team. This is just becoming not only a legend as a player, but an icon in management. Following the rest of the Serie A campaign, it played out a little bit like this. My boys Frosinone surviving in 17th, Brescia, Empoli, and Salernitana getting relegated to Serie B once more, and we finish on a cheeky 69 points. Here were the top performers, the top ballers, and it seems like Eze completely took a hold of the competition this year, settled into Italy nicely, and with 23 goals and 12 assists, he's our only player to achieve double figures in both departments. Lovely stuff. 35 goal contributions in 45 appearances. This has been a revolutionary signing, and Moise Kean has recaptured that Serie B goal scoring form with 20 goals and 4 assists to add to the collection. 24 goal contributions, 16 goal contributions for our Belgian playmaker Charles. As we scroll down, the MVP from last season, Dejan Kulusevski, with 9 goals and 4 assists. The suspended Bentancur for the final managed 6 goals and 5 assists. Fertesi still also recapturing that Serie B form. Esposito off the bench with 3 goals. Tonali with 3 goals and 6 assists from midfield. Eddie Salcedo, in the minimal game time he was handed, he managed to deliver 2 goals, so that is always something special. Plizzari, despite being only 78 rated, he managed 14 clean sheets and 2 assists in 48 appearances. There you have it. That is the team we've been able to build with Andrea Pirlo's under 23 Juventus squad. With a Serie B title to their name, surviving the Serie A and qualifying for Europe. They managed to put that icing on top of the cake with a Stadio Olimpico thriller, winning silverware with the Coppa Italia. And that's where we're going to end it off today, guys. So hopefully you all did enjoy. Let me know down in the comments below, how do you think Pirlo will actually perform with the Juventus squad? Will he promote them to Serie B in real life next season? That is all up for your interpretations and predictions in the comments. Subscribe and turn on those notifications as we are headed for 100,000 subscribers before 2021. It's going to be a long grind. It's going to be a long haul, but hey, FIFA 21's around the corner, guys. So, as always, I've been bchdbusiness. Feel free to check me out in the description box below. All the socials are linked. Have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the very next video.